I need to find myself out here. $200 kilometers should do the trick. Well, do it! Storm on me! Bring it on! Oh man, I can't stay here. Very special. Very special place. Hey folks, I'm happy to say this year I've partnered with Anchor. I'm going to use it in a bunch of different scenarios. I'm going to take you along for the ride. But first, let's just jump into what they sent me. So we got the Anchor 757 Powerhouse. It's a portable power station with 1,229 watt hours. It's powered with premium LPF batteries, and those batteries remain in a healthy state even after 3,000 complete charges, giving it a 6 times longer battery lifespan than the industry average. So say you're out on an overlanding trip where you can't recharge this thing to charge the rest of your stuff, you're obviously going to want this to last longer. You can bring this on a camping trip. You can recharge things from your house with if the power goes out. There's so many different options to throw it in your car to have it, you know what I mean? They're giving you a 5-year peace of mind guarantee. So what's really cool is that it recharges from 0 to 80% in just an hour. They have this hyper flash recharge, and it uses bidirectional inverter technology with a 92% charging conversion rate. Like I said, it's got 1,229 watt hour capacity, 1,500 watt output power. You can charge like portable fridges, fans, coffee makers, microwaves. You can have a 3 to 5 day worry-free power supply for trips or emergencies. They also offer smaller models, the Anchor 521 and 535. They're a Powerhouse with the same long-lasting batteries, but a smaller capacity. So click the link in the description below to get a link for this. Like I said, I'm going to try it out this year, a bunch of different scenarios. I'll go car camping, you know what I mean? Maybe a side-by-side. I can use it with the kids. I can use it here when the power goes out. Yeah, we'll do a bunch of different stuff. And like I said, I'll see how it lasts throughout the year and see if what they say is legit. So thanks to Anchor for sponsoring a video. Thanks for sending this beast of a unit. Thanks to you guys for watching, and on to the video. Oh, she's on her way. Alright guys, there you go. You see it, that plane has left me all by myself for the next 200 kilometers. It might take me 10 days, it might take me 20, who knows. We're gonna paddle ourselves out of here. I've got my Swift Prospector pack boat. It's 14 feet long. I'm super excited for this trip. I'm looking to connect with nature again. I'm gonna take it slow and learn a lot. Cannot wait to see the adventures that I'll get up to on this roughly 2-week trip. I am alone, by myself, for the next 200 kilometers. I'm in Wabakimi Provincial Park. Feels good already. It feels good already. Just turned on to the Palisade River, and I'm going to be using that river to access the rest of my trip. for the next couple days. And then we're on to different river systems and different lakes and things like that. I have some paper maps that the outfitter, Bruce at Wabakimi Outfitters, provided, which are super helpful. They have some campsites where the good fishing is, all that stuff, and the portages. So on my map it's marked a 250 meter portage coming up soon. And I imagine it's around this little bit of a waterfall, little rapid. No campsites are marked here in Wabakimi, no portages, nothing like that with signs or anything. So it's up to you to find them. But they're always in the most common sense spot. I can hear moving water up there, so I assume I'm coming to my first portage. First portage in a brand new spot. See how she goes. I think I have a decent walleye on. I got something for sure. I might. Oh, he's running. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this guy to eat. My first walleye here. He's a decent size, he's healthy, and I have only 2 small portages until my camp, so I think we're gonna keep this guy on a stringer. Bonus! Wally. Wabakimi. This looks pretty wild in here, man. Pretty raw. As far as you can see, it's just that. That. There's a moose over there. It knows I'm here. It's still grazing though, so we'll try and get a little bit closer. Not too close. Are you coming closer? It's curious about me. You a good girl? Hey? Ain't scared of me, that's for sure. Alright, that's probably close enough, eh? What? Oh look, it's right here. Bet you there's some fishies in there. Dragonflies are out. I'm super happy about that. We got another portage right after this. Right after this little pool here. It's 250 meters, and then I'm on to the last stretch for my until my camp. Did pretty good for time. It was a short day today. It is 2, and I started at roughly 8. So it's 6 hours actually. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's about roughly what I want to be traveling per day, is 6 hours. That's what I've worked out for this trip. So I just left the fishing hole. You can still hear the waterfall, I'm sure. And I come over to this little island and it's full of moose poop. It's really weird. It's completely full of moose poop. And this. Are the moose cannibals? Are the moose cannibals? Unfortunate little guy. That's his hips right there, so you can tell the size a little bit. And the vertebrae, so pretty decent sized animal there. I don't know if it was a moose or a caribou. I would assume the moose because of the size of it. Cannibal moose. Cannibals. Alright, it's starting to sprinkle. I gotta get a move on. The day looks different yet again. It's like 3:30. I'm finally here. I'm finally doing it. Day 1. And I'm at camp. Yep, I'd say that's pretty awesome. Look at that landing. Boop. Pretty open. There's some shade right here actually. Everything else I saw was like pretty cramped. Like definitely doable. 1 or 2 tent pads maybe. You freaking put an army here. This is insane. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm here. I'm in Wabakimi. Oh man, big solo trip. Big solo trip for Joe. There we go. There she's going, good. I got cornmeal for fish crust this time. Wow, that's perfect. I gotta show you this sky here. That's what I'm talking about. Back right there. Oh, it looks like a sheet of rain. Yeah, it looks like a wall of rain coming down right there. We out here. Okay, it's coming in. We gotta get in the tent. Oh man. I kinda need this stuff in here too though. Okay, get in here. Come on. I'm having fun, honestly, I really am. I'm pretty wet now. My stuff's pretty wet too, but that's okay. It'll dry all out. Oh man, I'm so happy I'm here. It's just thundering left and right. Okay. Oh, these black flies. They're real bad right now. For some reason, they're swarming. I want to get in this tent for a little bit. All right. I think we only let 45 black flies in. Hey, buddy. How's it going? You okay? Frederick the fly is now my friend. Frederick! Fly, Frederick! 7:10. Last night at the lodge, it didn't even get dark until about 10 o'clock. How pretty is that, man? The old first night Wabakimi rainbow. But bam, son. Back in the tent we go. Good morning. It's 6:30. I've been in this tent since like 8 o'clock last night. Rained a few times. But I slept like a champ. Be a good day for traveling, so maybe I'll travel a little bit later today, considering I started a little bit later. We shall see what the day brings. Bam, got one. Pretty little spot. Boop. And another burn here. This place is huge, man. Very big. I've always wanted to come here ever since I saw Les Stroud, Survivor Man. Him and his, at the time, wife did something called Snowshoes and Solitude, and they lived here, or right near here, in this Wabakimi area for a year through the winter and the summer, and just primitive stuff that they built and a couple other things, but pretty interesting. And that was one of the things that really sparked my interest in the outdoors, or getting hardcore into the outdoors back early on. Anyways, this place is rich in First Nations history and trading history. A lot of these portage routes that I'm walking on are not made by people for this park. They've been made back in the day when there was actually needs for portaging, because that's how people lived here. Natives and, again, traders, fur traders and pioneers. Very interesting history here. Real pretty in here. Looks like it burned like 8 or 10 years ago maybe. I could be wrong on that, but roughly there. I have no idea what the weather's doing. I don't think it knows either. This is my food bag. I have 2 Kevlar bags inside here that I have my food in, plus a little bit extra. It's a lot of food. I could have probably done a little bit less, but I didn't know. I didn't know about the fishing or whatnot, so I knew it was gonna be good. I don't know, every time I've relied on fish for the majority of my food, it's been a hard go. So anyways, I got what I need, and I'm sure I'll eat most of it. Some swifts here. A little bit of moving water for me to run. I'm gonna go check out this point. The map says good campsite, so we'll go see. The way the sky looks, I'd be more in a rush to get this tarp up, except for the reason it's looked like this all day long already, so it's kind of normal. Anyways, we'll get this up. Seems good. It's pretty easy to adjust this one for the most part. This is awesome. Well worth it putting it up. Super sheltered in here. Very dry. It's almost 11. It's 20 to 11 right now. There's no way I would have been able to stay up to see any kind of night times if I don't switch up my sleeping schedule a little bit. So I'll stay up for another couple hours probably tonight, then hit the hay, wake up a little bit later tomorrow, and maybe start that schedule so that I can, I don't know, maybe I won't wake up later because I took the nap, but maybe I'll still get up early, but I'll be glad to at least see one sunset. I'm sure I'll see a couple more. I couldn't help it, I had to get out for a little paddle. Good morning. What a gorgeous morning. It's 6:30. I slept all the way through the night again. Lots and lots of sleep lately. It's not a bad thing. Time to get going. Feel good. It looks like it's going to be a good day as well. Yep, that was a decent camp for sure. I bet you it was even nicer before it burned. But that was plenty nice. We got a little bit of ways to go, and then you guessed it, the portage. Beauty. I didn't put the yoke on. Where's my yoke? First time I ever lost my yoke. I gotta go back to my camp. I have to go back to where I started at today and hope that I can find my yoke there. I'm gonna leave my other backpack and my camera there. I gotta come back this way anyways. Son of a gun. Okay, I got my food, I got my water, my map. Oh man, that sucks. Alright, damn it. Say goodbye to any progress made. Alright, well, that took about a half an hour. Let's go see if it's here at the camp. I really, really hope it is. Oh, please let my yoke be here. I don't see it. Oh, hello, yoke. Thank you. Amazing what you can do with a canoe on your back. Yeah. This is the normal scenery of what I've been paddling in for the past 3 days. Burned, even on this island here. And just in front of me, the way that I'm going, look, it's all trees. You can actually see the line right there where the burn stopped. Oh, bam, son. What a sight. Just a thick, healthy forest after 2.5 days of being in the burn. Man, this is gorgeous. Full mature forest. Big old moose in the water. After I stopped recording, I just kept paddling slowly and didn't say anything. And he was kind of running alongside on the shore and I could see him pretty good. Good size. Man, this is really, 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 really pretty in here. A really nice sight. It's not too many bugs around at all. Just taking advantage of the sun, the little bit of breeze that there is, drying out everything. This would look like a really good spot. This is in the shade, it's flat, but if you look up, this honestly is one of my biggest fears. People ask me what scares me in the woods, animals, bears, whatever, wolves. It's that. It's trees falling on me while I'm sleeping. That is holding on by a thread. Check it out, I found a beach. Pretty big too. Send it. What a great day. Oh man, I even looked over here. I haven't even looked over there, I should say. It's all orange. It's almost 11. How bright it is. Almost 11 o'clock. Alright folks, day 3 is a wrap. Great day. And I'm off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. It's been a good morning. It's 8:30 almost. Time to get this packed up and get on the water. It's gonna be another hot one, it seems. So I'm on another river system now. We're gonna follow this into a big, big lake, Whitewater Lake. We're gonna camp on Whitewater Lake tonight, and I might make a rest day tomorrow. There's a pretty cool old cabin I wanted to check out, a series of cabins. This old eccentric inventor, Wendell Beckwith, lived up here. I'll get the exact info for you, but a while ago, and thought this was the center of the universe, and has some really cool cabins anyway, some dug into the side of the hill and everything that I've wanted to check out ever since I heard about it. So they're on Whitewater, on an island. So that lake is huge. It'll probably take me a couple days to paddle across it. There's this nice rapid here. I'm real sweaty. I've already mapped it out. If I jump in here, the current will carry me down, and I'm gonna have to swim back up to get to my canoe here on this little rock. Oh, my hat, my sunglasses. Woo! 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 All right, let's try that again. Oh, the old floating. Get back to shore, bro. Get back to shore. You can do it. Oh, this isn't bad at all. This is fine. I can just hang out in here, man. I feel like Kyle wearing my life jacket, though. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. It's not even that cold, the water, at all, really. It's totally tolerable. Boom! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my God. So much burn. In every sense of the word. This is my last portage of the day. It's like 5:30. It's getting late and I'm getting tired and hungry. I'm gonna try and fish at the rapids at the end of this. And if I do get a walleye or a pike of eating size, I will bring it to camp with me and cook it up for supper. Woo! Alright, this has the makings of a really good campsite. It's marked on my map as one, so let's go check it out. Ooh, it's looking real inviting from here. Real inviting. Okay, very nice. Some shade, hang in the hammock. Some flat ground, breeze. Yep. Oh, nice fire pit too. Okay. Home. And just like that, dinner is served. This is a good amount of meat. I might have to cook this in installments, just because my frying pan's not big enough. Cheers. Oh man, that's so good. It's 20 to 10. I got camp all scored away. The food was good. I sat there for a long time after I ate and just looked at the map and got a lot of bearing on what's going on and how long it's going to take me to do what and everything. I'll go over that with you later on, but for right now I'm getting out to go fishing before I go to bed. really nice feel in the air. It's still warm, but there's a breeze. I'm gonna go cast my line in here a few times. What do we got here? Oh, feisty little walleye. See if I can get this one, land this one. All right. I'd say that this is one of my best nights yet, if not the best night yet. Oh my, I didn't even look. I didn't even look at this. Do you see the dragonflies? Oh man. There's thousands and thousands. They're right above me. They're literally right, they're flying like right above me. I can touch them if they let me, which they won't do. Man. Wow. One for the memory. It's almost 11. Back at camp, the bugs are getting pretty bad. Start this up. Hopefully, smoke will help keep them down a bit. Probably stay up for about an hour if I can. Then head to bed. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. I'll get with you in the morning. Good morning. It's already pretty hot. I slept in. I needed it. There's some wind gusts. Check out how big this camp is. There's my docking spot. I take out my canoe, my hammock and fire pit way up there, and then all the way over there is my tent. Well, it's 1 o'clock now. As you can probably imagine, I'm staying here again. I've been doing stuff like cooking, swimming, camp chores, brushing my teeth, napping, reading, looking at the map, just relaxing. So, and trying to escape the sun and the wind too. Sometimes each. When I get too chilly, I need to go in the sun. When I get too hot, just head over to the wind. It's just too windy to paddle. Like, I needed a rest day, but I could have paddled down the lake a little bit and camped close by, but it's too windy to paddle. Cheers. This is the biggest lake on my trip, and this is the windiest day. I think it's smart to just sit it out. Hope tomorrow's not as windy. It's ridiculously windy. I've got to get out of here. It seems like it's blowing something in. I don't know. I've got to get out of here pretty early tomorrow to get on the water before the wind kicks up, if it's going to do it again. Because this is too much. He's going with me. It's not like I have to battle it. It's just, it's called Whitewater Lake for a reason. You know? couple generous scoopings here. We got one. Oh yeah, maybe I can make 3 out of this. That'd be perfect. This cheese is, oh, it's so wet. It's garbage after this. This is it. There's no more of this. I better use a lot of it. Damn, son. They're a little packed tight. Mmm. Mmm. That's so good. That came back perfectly. This is a good call. Everything except for the cheese can like sustain. Maybe the salsa too. Tomorrow I'm getting up and leaving really early, and I'm gonna hope to make it to the cabin tomorrow, the Wendell Beckwith's Center of the Universe. And if not, I'll get nearby and then I'll check it out the day after. But either way, we're getting down that way tomorrow. It's all on the same lake. It's probably going to be a 2-day travel to get across the lake. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys early in the morning. Good night. Dang, the wind's already starting to pick up. I was hoping I'd be able to be out of here before that happened. Anyways, almost done packing up. I'm throwing my life jacket on today because we're on such big water. I wear it when I feel it's necessary. I'm sorry if that offends people. It's not legal for me to wear it. It's legal for me to have it. I'm not trying to set an example. I'm just doing me. I suggest you do what you feel is safe for yourself. You've also got to remember that this is a very stable boat. I'm literally just went to the front of it. I'm standing up in it. It's super wide, and I'm sitting basically at the water level on this and the seat, and I have a lot of heavy gear. So regardless, I feel safe. Oh yeah. Some daunting clouds. I gotta paddle into the wind here to go around this bend, and then we'll be in with the wind for most of the trip today, if not all of it. Very, very good campsite with walleye right there. That's the way I'm going, but that is what is blowing my way. I might start to regret my decision to not paddle yesterday with the super strong winds across this big lake. I might get caught in whatever that turns out to be. We'll see. The wind is blowing in my favor, which is good. I'm headed that way on the big open water. So the way I have it set up on the map, or Bruce does rather, I'm gonna hug the north shore of this big lake, and there's some islands that kind of separate myself and the big water, at least up until the point where I have to duck down south to head to the cabin on the same lake. My biggest concern is my big camera. I haven't had to put it away at all yet, and there's not much room to put it somewhere. I can definitely squeeze it in somewhere, but I'd rather not have to do that. That old camera's been through some stuff with me already, that's for sure. Freezing cold conditions, quite wet, very hot. So she keeps on ticking just like old Joe. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Riding down this north channel, very, very pretty. Very tight in here. I had no clue it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be all open. I should have looked at the map better. This is nothing like I thought it was gonna be. I was actually kind of like nervous to come onto this lake. Not scared, not like, just a bit daunting. It's such a huge lake. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. And then I get out onto it, and this is one of the prettiest paddles I've done. I'm having a great time. It's just another lesson to me. I keep learning lessons out here. It's like, and then relearning them and doing it every time. I get that, but like in normal life, you get stuck in your ways or whatever. But it's just never try not to worry about things beforehand when you don't know the facts, and there's nothing you can do about it anyways, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta kind of roll with the punches and just take things as they come, and don't be too worried about it, because 9 times out of 10 most things work out. And obviously that's not in every case, but this is just me, again, not preaching to you, just personal growth out loud. If you don't like it, why'd you click on the video? You know what's to come. You know what you get when you watch old Joe. I needed a trip like this, man. I really did. This is a super awesome place and a good time by myself. I'm actually paddling to the center of the universe as we speak. Well, at least that's what Wendell Beckwith thought it was. Wendell Beckwith was an eccentric inventor in this lifetime who moved from his home all the way to this big lake in the heart of the Wabakimi district in northern Ontario. This is the biggest lake in the park by far, and we're smack dab in the middle of it. I've been paddling all day. I camped on this lake last night and the night before, and I'm paddling all day to get to Best Island. And Best Island is where the remains of Wendell's cabins, his inventions, all of his journals, his thoughts. He thought that this place was the center of the universe. He thought that pi, 3.14, had something to do with it. Very intelligent man, but definitely eccentric. This place does feel different than the rest of the park, I can tell you that much. I've already traveled quite a bit, like I said, and there is a certain feel to this big whitewater lake in Wabakimi Park. It's magical. There's islands everywhere. It's really, really big water. The sky is very ominous, and it's fitting. It's a very fitting feel for the day. Looks a little wet up ahead there. Hey, looks a little wet. Smoky, artichoke. What do you think? What do you think? Sunny day or? Man, I can't even keep it straight. I'm fighting to keep her straight now. The rollers are coming in, and I gotta kind of go not the exact way it wants me to go. Makes me glad I did not paddle yesterday after all. It's good for the most part, but I don't need to go that way. I need to go that way. I keep throwing my ass end out because it's heavier. I got my pack up at the front too, trying to balance it, but it's a moot point. Anyway, just a little bit of a struggle here. It's okay. Everything's fine. Big waves, big waves. I can't even turn the camera. Ready? Spinning me, I gotta go. I can see a wall of rain coming down in front of me. Not too far off. I am absolutely flying. some of these waves on top for a second or two. It's impossible to fight it, I just have to go this way. The rain is any second away. Some pretty big swells here. Very wise decision yesterday to not start the paddle with those. It's not even gusting today. With those gusts yesterday, I would have been tossed all around. The wind is grabbing the back of my boat because it's so heavy. It's trying to spin it on me because I'm not going the exact direction, and I blew my elbow out trying to fight it already. I'm around this corner from the island where Wendell's cabin is. Oh. Waves are pushing me into a big rock. Okay, anyways, around this cabin, or sorry, around the bend should be the island where Wendell's cabin is, and we're gonna take shelter from the storm there. Taking a lull in the rain to put my life jacket, or my rain jacket on. I had to stop, cover up my camera, like I said, but I didn't put my life jacket on, my rain jacket on, I just got it out. Anyways, getting close to the island. It's an adventure, for sure. That point right there, I think, is the entrance point to get to the cabins. And don't get me wrong, when I say cabins, they're not going to be hospitable. It's not like I'm going to post up in there and be comfortable or anything. I think they're dilapidated. A lot of them are have no roof and things like that. But we shall go see. Alright, I've stashed my canoe. There is a trail. I've stashed my canoe right here. Trees blow down. That's good with a big heavy backpack on. Firewood still cut and stacked. There it is. There's one of them. Oh man. Yeah, there's no sheltering in that. Holy smokes. Huge. Wow. The detail. Would you just look at it? Oh, it smells of cedar. Look at that fireplace. That is huge. This is very cool. I'm so deep in the middle of the wilderness right now. This dude believed that this was the center of the universe. Seriously. Try not to get tetanus in here. The less tetanus, the better, I think. Wow. It's warmer in here. National Geographic from God knows when. Oh, July 1975. Now I know when, and you do too. This is a palace. Look at the architecture in this place, man. Everybody signed it starting in 2014 on this book, going up to 2020, and then in this one, starting at 1991. People from everywhere: Chicago, Southern Ontario, lots of Lakehead University schools, tourism, North Carolina, Indiana, Missouri, Massachusetts, Ontario, Michigan, Vermont, Stony Creek. Pretty cool. 2012. Some people have stories in there, some people just sign their names. I think I'm going to keep up the tradition, sign my name. If this pen works. Nothing fancy, just the old Joe Hancock. This is the last page. Everything looks pretty decent except for this page, so I'm just going to skip a couple there. Rip Scout. So this is pretty cool. Morton Salt. That's from Windsor. That's from my hometown. All the way here. All the way here. You can take the boy out of Windsor. You can't take the Windsor out of the boy. Oh man. Thanks, Wendell. This is pretty cool. Thanks to everybody who helped me get me here. Thanks to Bruce the Outfitter for sure. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, there is one more cabin, and it's built into a hill. And it's got to be the coolest one yet. So, I'm going to shut this door back and go see if we can find it. Alright, I might have found it. They've got some orange fence around it. I'm sure that wasn't original. Here we go. I'm not interested in what is known. I'm only interested in what is unknown. Wendell Beckwith. Wendell Beckwith lived here from 61 until his death in 80. Look at the dude. It looks like he lived here. There he is in Benton. Center of the universe. Cabins in all their glory. So yeah, I believe this is the one. Yeah, this is built into the hill. Holy smokes. Wow, look at this place. Oh my, this is the most impressive one yet. Oh, his tools. That's a barometer. Pterometer. Oh man. Old saw. This place, look at the woodwork. There's a skylight. You can tell he put so much effort into this. This is not a normal log cabin. This isn't thrown together. This is everything meticulously thought out and executed. Very cool, Wendell. Very cool spot in the middle of the wilderness, the center of the universe. I'm heading out of here. Might not be the best idea, but I don't want to sit around again today. It's only around noon. I'm gonna see how far I can get. It ain't happening. I can't do it. Absolutely 100% wind bound. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm flying now against the way I was trying. The wind took my breath away. Against the way I was trying to go. Like, I'm trying to go that way, and I am moving. If you look at the shoreline behind me, I'm moving that way. I can't paddle against it. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning early tomorrow morning and try again. And yeah, I guess this is just a half a day. This is how it is out here. Okay, I'm gonna take shelter. All right, guys, I'm just checking in. Not much is going on. Just been laying here reading my book. It's like almost 10 o'clock now. I spent the day reading my book, journaling. I took a nap. I just cooked up some pepper beef and rice, Alpine Air, like a dehydrated meal.
and just boiled water in my pot and poured it into the thing and rehydrated it that way. I haven't been doing anything. I kept checking it. I kept checking to see if I could leave, but the waves are just out of this world. The wind keeps kicking up, the rain keeps coming, so it's safer and better bet to just wait here. And I will. I'm leaving tomorrow morning regardless. I'm getting out of this lake, so yeah. Regardless of what's going on tomorrow, I will be out of here. I'm gonna head to bed soon. Just keep reading my book, which is awesome, by the way. Sigurd Olsson's The Lonely Land. Loving it. This is the cover. He writes in a way that is awesome. Very enjoyable to read. All right, folks. Have a good night. I will see you in the morning.
Good morning. A couple of things to report. My left eye, I'm not sure what's up with it. I don't know if you guys can tell if there's a difference between that and my right. It's bothering me a whole bunch. I don't know if I got bit during the night on my eyelid or something, but it feels more like the eyeball itself. It's making me feel even worse for my poor Autumn. She has to deal with this all the time, every day since she was born. Anyway, it's 7:51 and I've left camp. I woke up earlier, but the wind was still howling, so I waited a little bit, but I don't want to wait too long. It's a gray, overcast day. My eye's in a way. I gotta make it across the lake into the wind, so I'm hoping it's better than yesterday. It seems like it's better than yesterday already. All right, it's not so bad at all. I'm now past the point where I got yesterday, and it is 1/4 as windy, not even. So we're gonna be all right. It's still a slog. It's still a good paddle. I forgot my fishing rods. Both of them. Both of them. I cannot leave them. It's such a paddle back. It's going to be such a paddle back. I'm going back. And this is such a bummer. Like I did not need this. The wind is picking up a little bit more now too. I made it so far, and I have to still go all the way back. My elbow's shot. I did not need this. I have too much gear, and I was in such a hurry to get out of there. I grabbed them this morning. I grabbed them. They were with my rod, my paddle. I grabbed them. I just set them aside so that I could put everything in the boat first. I put everything in the boat and was like, all right, let's go. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid Joe. Really, really the opposite of what I needed. There they are. That was an hour and a half of just absolute fun. So now we're on our way. I've got my line in the water. If I catch a pike, if it's decent, I'm gonna keep it to eat it, or a walleye, or a laker, whatever the case may be. I don't even know if there's lakers here, but I know there's lakers in the next lake. I'll try for one there too. I'm in the middle of the deepest stretch, the most wide open stretch that I'll be in on this whole trip, with the biggest lure down the deepest that I've... Oh, and it's a freaking walleye! It's a freaking walleye! I'm keeping this guy. Your lunch, bud. Your freaking lunch, bud. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? You're a freaking king. Thanks, bud. Open water. That open water feel. Sheesh. I don't know, is that still a thing? I've been out here for a while. I'm not sure if that's still a... What a change from yesterday, man. This lake is almost glass. I'm past the big part of the paddle now, the big open water part of the paddle, and I'm into a little protected cove before I turn another bend and start heading northeast. Nice sandy beach. Bonus. Bunch of driftwood, a fire, and a shore lunch. Sweet, I've wanted to do this since the beginning of the trip. Oh, whew. It's the first time I've been out of the boat in a couple hours. This is crispy. Oh man. Off we go. With this last little stretch, I'm out of the big lake proper and starting into the river. That way. My eye's bugging me. I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't want to take it now because it'll make me drowsy, but I'm going to take some Benadryl when I get to camp. See if that'll help. I have to go up into here, and that's where the river starts to look like a river. Bonus. Oh, it's a big fish. Yep. Biggest fish of the trip. Okay. I gotta fight him. I gotta fight on my hands here. Decent pike, boys and girls. All right, we're gonna let this guy go nice and slowly. Nice. Woo! What a rush. Cool, cool. Biggest fish of the trip. Pretty in here. Man, I think those are ash trees. Oh, that's pretty crazy on this little tiny island. Hardwood. Blackfly breeding ground. Definitely not camper here. Some crazy, crazy waves, man. That's huge. That's really big. Really, really cool spot, but super buggy, no fish, so on we go. That's sand, big sand mounds. Big clear lake. Clouds. Oh, I can't wait to get to camp. Still going. It's 7:45 now. This will be a 12 plus hour day. Most of it in the boat. Only 2 small portages. Is this it? I think this might be it. Well, it's not much of a campsite. It might have been at one point even a campsite at all, but this is basically what I have. This is the spot I'm gonna put my tent up here. Oh man, I can't wait. I set my tent up, but I gotta eat. I am so hungry, it's not even funny. Some jalapeno Havarti cheese in there. That might be not great anymore. Oh yeah, that's done. Nice. Let's try this out. Yep. Yep. Alright guys, I'm in bed. I really gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about my eye. I gotta assess the situation in the morning. I don't know what's going on, but it's closing up. It's hurting a lot. It's watering like crazy. It's gunking. It's not really pink. It's not really red or pink, and I don't have any of the feeling of pink eye, and I don't know how, like, I don't think it's that, you know what I mean? But I don't know what it is. It's not a bite. It is just pouring off my face, and it hurts constantly. I took a prednisone because that's the only thing I can think of to take, because I don't have a clue what it is. I might have to like bust my butt through the rest of this trip, or cut it short. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll have to see in the morning. But there's so many mosquitoes. I'll have to see in the morning if it's still bad or this bad or worse. Then maybe I have to make a call. It's not what I want to do, but something so little taking me out is it's not cool. It's the morning. My friends are back. Well, let's open the eye and see. I've decided to just keep going and see what happens. I don't know. I can't let this take me out. It's definitely bothering me, and I'm kind of concerned about infection if it doesn't get treated, to be honest with you. But I don't want to bail because of an eye. Doesn't make sense. It's silly. So I'll see. I'll watch it and see. And anyways, I gotta get a move on. I think I have a pretty big day today as well. Some big portages, like the biggest ones, like 2 1,000 meters, 2 700 meters, and a couple 300s in between. There's nothing like what I've done so far. So yeah, big day. This was my tent site. So I'm sure it was a camp at some point, but look at this. Not very hospitable. It's raining, and I've got decent paddling and portaging to do. The big camera is packed away today due to the rain. Due to the rain. Anyways, goodbye, worst camp of the trip. Hello, floss stick. This seems like an all-day type of rain. Builds character. The portages are much rougher, less used all around, and I'm noticing that. But I don't shy away from a little challenge, old Joe. There we go. Oh, that was only 300, and that killed me. I have a 700. I have 2 700s and 2,000s possibly today. I don't know about that. Super pretty in here. It's more than sprinkling. No, it's an all-out shower. There's a caribou in the water. Caribou! Woodland caribou in Wabakimi. Boy! Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Woo! Down the river, there's an old radio station. And I'm curious to see what it is.
This is so odd to see out here in the middle of nowhere. This looks like it's more than a radio shack. See a little cabin. We'll be respectful. Hello. Oh, something scurried. Something scurried. Something scurried away. Oh, it's a rat. What is that? What was that? Huh. Yeah, a little lodge. Get from here. That rat, it might have been a rat with his fur stuck out. Okay. Well, obviously from that sign, someone's been here in the past couple of years. I'm going to sit down and have a drink of water, look at my map, and have some food before I head on. What do you think the chances are? Ah! No way! What? It's gotta be solar. We'll leave that off, we don't need it. That's crazy. Too cool. Too cool. Pretty slick, man. Nice size too. I believe this is Bruce's neighbor who also had a business, but he passed last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways. See where I am, where I can get today. Because at this side of the park where I am, it doesn't look like there's much rock outcroppings for camps. Or campsites alone, there's not, but like the shoreline just doesn't lend itself to camping. So I gotta really look and see where I can get today and what I can do. Well, that was a pretty cool spot. There was some birch bark on the wall with some writing on it. Seems like a lot of Americans, used to go there and hunt moose and fish and have weekends and all sorts of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, sky's clearing up a little bit in some spots, so that's a good sign. I've decided that I don't think I'm going to get as far today as I had originally thought. It's only noon, but there's a whole lot of big portaging, and I have the time. So I'm probably going to do another big portage, 1,000 meter, and then there should be a good, decent campsite after that with spot for 2 tents, my map says. So we are balling out of control today, boys and girls. Some decent contours in front of us, and that's the way I'm going to my portage. So I'm hoping it's in the valley in between those 2 contours. And the terrain has changed so much from the start of the trip. Remember those portages I was doing day 1 and 2? How they were all exposed in the sun and old burn and conifer forests. And now I'm in this deciduous conifer mix portage where it couldn't be thicker. Big change. Oh, this is the longest 1,000 meters I've ever walked in my life. Oh my goodness. This is such a relief to get to this side. Such a relief. Oh man. I'm done portaging for today. That's for sure. 1,000 meters my ass. Oh, how nice. It's not my last portage. So, that's something. As soon as I come to the end of it, I've seen nothing like this the whole time yet. Ugh. Nice vertical cliffs. Some big rocks jutting out. Not too typical of this place.
it's hot, man. The weather changed like crazy. I need to go for a swim when I get to camp. Yep. Camp will be not too far that way.
Man, this wind is nuts. Absolutely ridiculous. It's hard to gain any ground. It's coming right at me. I got a headwind going south. It's so weird. Like I picked this direction of a route so I wouldn't have to go against the wind. Ah! I got so little to go on the map, but it seems so damn far right now. I'm shot. My arms are shot. I'm beat. I'm hungry. Ah! This wind is relentless.
Well, I got to camp. I know I said I was gonna go swimming when I did, but everything has changed. This tiny little nothing camp, and there is some absolutely crazy clouds coming in. Check this out. The bugs are just next level right here. But look at that sky. Like, and I'm exposed. I'm as exposed as you can be on this little rock. Man, that's some rough looking sky right there. That's gonna come down pretty hard, I imagine. Oh yeah. Tarp up over top of my tent, as you can see, just for extra protection. The wind was whipping in from that way like crazy, so there was no flies then, and but the thing was blowing away. So anyways, I feel very exposed, but with that tarp it's a little bit better. I gotta clean my stuff up here before this comes down. Oh, she dark. Now the wind is coming from this way. It switched directions completely. Oh my goodness. I was paddling that way all day long and it was blowing so darn hard. It literally completely switched directions. I thought it was weird that I was getting a south wind. I'm traveling south, I'm getting a headwind. This is not, if this doesn't come down, I will be very surprised. No, yeah, I can see it. See it on those top trees there coming down already. Well, do it. Storm on me. Bring it on. Please and thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Do you want to know what? The storm might be over. Do you want to know how to set up your own tarp and not get wet in the rain? Do you want to know how to stay protected from black flies and bugs? Do you want to go crazy talking to yourself 8 days deep in the bush? Anyway, still quite a ways to go. Still lots of things to see. I saw caribou today. I saw caribou for the first time in my life. Amazing. Do you want to know what I'm eating for supper? That setup worked amazing. Everything I have is dry under there. I really like that tarp. UGQ for the tarps and the quilts. So I'm going to take advantage of this lull in the weather and try and get some stuff split down, because everything's going to be really wet now. And then I can just cook underneath my tarp. Shredded chicken, rice, vegetable meal with some seasoning salt. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to cold soak it because I don't really have good firewood. I'm hoping the inside of this piece of wood is dry still. It was like deluge. It freaking came down by... Uh-oh. I'm missing a piece on there. Yep, I am. Things pretty dry. Well, that's going nicely. I used the petroleum jelly cotton ball trick and split wood. Take a look at what this looks like now. It's raining again. Shut out the outside. Shut out the outside world. Yeah. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yeah. And I think it's gonna be... I gotta do this quick because the bugs, they like to come in with me for some reason. I don't know why that would be. Wow. I'm eating food and reading my book, I guess. This tarp is so slick, I always said that. And I don't even have it set up right. Just threw it up.
I'm crossing my fingers that tomorrow is nice weather, but either way, it should be a good day. Good night.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and the wind is going with me. Look at that. The wind is going with me and everything. Okay. Okay.
It's much colder last night. There's no bugs right now, which is amazing. I'm sure they're gonna come out today.
There's frost on my backpack. No joke. Wow. Oh look, I won. Big old pancake today, boys and girls. How good does that look, hey? How good does that look? Mmm. Mmm. That's a good Canadian pancake breakfast right there. Pretty good camp. All right, down the lake we go. Might even be in a river system right here. We are following a river. I'm just not sure if I'm in a lake or river right now. It all looks the same. Oh, that tailwind though. What do you know about that tailwind, Joe? Oh, that puts a smile on my face, man. I was going this same way yesterday and it was just torture. Just the most brutal hard paddling going, and now it's like just hold on and point her straight, bud. Oh, thank you. Looks like we got some more clouds coming in, some dark ones too, and they are cruising by the looks of it. I wouldn't mind a sunny day. I wouldn't mind a sunny day. Sometimes the front of the boat gets stuck on a twig or something. Okay, sun's out, guns out for now. Whew. It's pretty tight in here and intimate. It's nice, I like it as a contrast to the big lakes. I like them both, definitely, and I like a mix of the two. So I'm coming up to back-to-back 700-meter portages with just a little hop, skip, and a jump in the middle. The first one says P700 wet. The second one says SOB floating bog P700. I asked Bruce, does SOB stand what I think it stands for? He goes, yep. So I'm imagining this will be an SOB floating bog that's about 700 meters. Looking for my portage somewhere on this shoreline. Pretty congested though. That little gap in the trees has to be it. There's nothing else. I'm sure lucky the wind changed and I'm not having to paddle against this. This is ridiculous. Check this out though. This is the trail. It's been all good portages up until now. At least to be able to find them. Do you see a trail at all? The only thing that told me that this is a trail or these broken branches. And that could easily have been a moose, but I'm sure it's not. Because as soon as you get into here, you can see there is a remnant of a trail. Starts to open up a little bit here. And an old blaze on the spruce. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this is it. Again, another broken branch. Yeah, okay. Much nicer in here away from the wind. All right, we're gonna start this 700. We're finally at the end of the first 700. It was pretty wet, like the map said. And we just have to get across this little pond and start another 700. Doesn't that blue look inviting? Oh man, rain stopped again. That's good. Whew. Only one more and then 1,000. Nothing. The next one is the one that says SOB floating bog, but like this is a floating bog as they come. Look at this view. 360. I'm just in this little puddle. If you didn't know, like this is the whole world right here. It's just this little puddle surrounded on all the sides by the same exact growth. I don't know why that's such a big deal to me. It is though. Nothing, 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 nothing. One stump. I don't know that it's any wetter than the other one. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh. There we go. Oh my goodness. And there we are. I have a good decent paddle in front of me and then 1,000 meter. Man, I am flying. I'm going faster than sometimes when I'm paddling, and I'm not even paddling. That makes sense. Like, it is windy. Whoa! I am flying. I'm so glad I'm going with the wind. I would be windbound today, 1,000,000%. I wouldn't be going anywhere. Woo! Cruising, bro! I'm going faster than if I were paddling, if there was no wind. That is crazy. Just flying down this lake. Decent sized waves. It's like I'm surfing on the tops of them. There's one. Oh, look at this. Beauty. What? What? This is not on the map. Look at this spot, man. This is really, really pretty. Like, one of the prettiest spots. This might be the prettiest spot of the trip for me. Why is the wind coming towards me now, though? That's not how it was going. I might take a rest day at this camp tomorrow, and if that's the case, and if it's hot, I'm coming here to swim. There's a cool little pool. Cool pool, Joe. It's a blue walleye, and I almost just lost my fishing rod. It's a blue walleye.
I pulled up a blue walleye out of here. Oh my, this is insane. I'm so excited. Chris, I gotta show Chris. Look at, look at, look at, look at, look at. No joke, it's seriously blue. I wish I had my DSLR. Look how blue it is. Oh my God. I gotta put it back in. This is special. Holy smokes. Oh man, a blue walleye. If I can, man, I don't even, should I even keep one to eat? That is crazy. I was fishing forever. Then I switched to this size little Cleo and that little guy hit on it. That walleye was blue, 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 blue. I hope that comes through in the GoPro. Holy smokes. This, I had no idea that this was in this lake. This lake is just more and more special. I've only ever, like, I know they exist, but I've never seen one in person. I've only ever heard of people being excited when they've caught them. That is crazy. No wonder I didn't pull any pike out of here. Blue walleye. Blue walleye. Okay, I hooked another one. I hope it's a blue one. Trying to be easy on them. They're special. Oh my God, it's blue. It's blue. It's so blue. Dude, oh my. Oh my. He's blue Dabu Diba. This is blue. Blue walleye, caribou, moose, as many fish as I've wanted, epic campsites, thunderstorms, super hot days, burn, old growth, swimming, raining, Wabakimi. This is my first time here, and it has not disappointed. I'm sure I will be back, and my trip is nowhere near done. Good times. Good times. Even the cabins, like, that's a whole other thing too. Oh, this is a really cool lake. Have I said that? Crazy. I haven't seen any bears at all on this whole trip. Just caribou and moose, you know, no big deal. This place is special. Man, I am in awe of this lake. I really am. I'm pretty sure I want to stay here tomorrow too. I think this is the camp around here. If this is the case, this is a pretty cool spot. So calm in here. I got my hammock up behind you, and I'm gonna sleep in that tonight. I gotta make up my fish, and I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. Maybe some soup, or maybe some mashed potatoes. I'm not too sure just yet. Let's see, if I sit here, got that little, there's like puddle water in there, pretty safe. Make the fire right here, call it good. I don't need anything crazy. I might have messed my back up a touch today. Just a touch. Lots of portage. Did I mention that? Black flies for days too. I put nothing in there, I promise you. That was just the twigs I collected. I broke them in half. There's all the lichen on top of them, or on the outside of them. I'm sure that's what's going up right now, but holy smokes. Fire-driven forest. We're gonna do sausages and beans for supper tonight.
Doesn't that look good? Mmm. Don't be jealous now.
Super hot, which is a nice campsite. The real one is just right there, and it's not any better than this. This is all I need. It's just a spot between two trees to hang my hammock. Little flat spot for my stuff just to get organized. A rock to have a fire to sit on. And I was able to get out of the breeze here, which I needed. I laid in my hammock for a while after I set it up, and the sun came out for a good while, and it warmed me right up, man. Like I was cold to my bones. Like I was in there freezing, even changed out of my wet stuff. Sun came out, we got real hot in there, and I just laid in there basking like a freaking bearded dragon or a leopard gecko. I guess I wouldn't be a bearded dragon. Probably be a newt, like a newt. Although I don't think newts bask. I think newts try to stay away from the sun. I'm not mistaken. Talking about newts, day 9.
So for a nighttime paddle. The color of that lichen. As orange as they come. Wow. This is actual magic right here. This is so cool. I'm just gonna sit in here for a minute. This is otherworldly. Crazy. Look at this view. Very special. Very special place. There was no hint of rain. The very second I showed you them, this tiny drizzle started. It's blue above me. It's not blue over there, but right above me, it is blue. Heavy. Oh. That's not even all of them. I'll show you guys more tomorrow. I'm gonna go see if I can catch a fish or two. Just imagine that. Their lives were just like sounds silly to say, but just as real as yours and mine. Real out here doing this everyday living. Families, there's probably buddies there telling stories together, challenging each other to climb up the cliff and doing whatever else. It's just cool for me to think of while I'm out here in the same exact water, right here. I was right there.
Oh, there's a fish. No way. That's amazing. First cast into this epic looking frickin' spot. I thought it was a snag and it is a fish. Holy smokes. Decent pike. You can just get off if you want. I don't need to handle you. Oh. Go. By far the best lake I've ever been on. My favorite lake ever. It's crazy. What a gem. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I came this way. It was worth it. All that portaging, all the big paddling on the big water was worth it. This night couldn't get any better. Oh wait, there's a double rainbow. Thank you. Holy smokes, are you kidding me? Just for Joe? Just for Joe? Oh man. Double rainbow Joe, what does it mean? What does it mean? Full arch, what? Full arch? Oh, I'm beside myself, are you kidding me? When does that happen? Full arch. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, it's gone over there now. I caught it though. I caught it. This is magical, honestly, man. This is wild. Blue walleye, pictographs, random pike from a little rock cut stream coming in. Amazing campsite. Cliffs everywhere. Rainbow. Double rainbow. First cast. Blue walleye. it's like 10 o'clock. I'm heading back now. Absolutely amazing spot. Another great night in Wabakimi. We had a few more left.
Good morning. I had a great night's sleep. I was actually pretty concerned about staying warm. As you can tell, I slept with all my stuff on, and I probably needed to. I've been reading already. I'm going to continue reading. Sigurd Olson's book, my journal. It seems like it's going to be a nice day, which is amazing. Super happy about that. I'm feeling it today. Feeling a little drained. Day 10. On the lake again. Paddling over, see my pictograph friend. I wonder if I'll get a blue walleye again. I'm alright with being on the lake again. There's a river, and it flows from there to hither. There's the trees in there. Seen a caribou, I haven't seen a bear. Not yet, I swear. Show your face a dare. On that lake again. Ding 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 ding. On the What do you think? A snake or water or something else? Oh, look at that. And then that guy there. There's more here too. They're very faded. All of the ones I've ever seen in my life, Lake Superior, here, woodland caribou, they're all that same color, and I've been told that throughout the world they're all that same color. It's crazy that they're able to hold on this long. Got a bite. Pike. This might be lunch. Or not. Up on top of that first rock there, it looks to be a little fire pit or something. I think I can get up on top of there. Let's go up and check it out. If it was a hot day, I'd love to jump off there and go for a little swim. But I'm cold as it is. Looks like a stair set going right up. Oh man, this is awesome. I would definitely jump off of this. Oh, there's a trail and everything. Oh man, this feels old. This feels old.
bench. Nice. Man, this is cool. There's something special about this. This is a crazy view. Absolutely crazy view. It's getting time to go home. Day 10. Maybe I'll leave on day 12. This has been a good experience, a very good experience. I've really slowed down again. Feels good to be able to just lay in the hammock or come sit up here and not have really an agenda. It's a great trip, man. I had it all. I had an agenda. I had days of hard moving. I had days of big travel. I had days of great river travel. I had big portage days. I had lazy days. I had hot days, windy days, cold days. I jumped in the river fully clothed and was dry to the bone within 2 hours. Boots, socks, underwear, everything. And it hasn't. I don't think it's been hot since that day. Maybe a day after. That was only like day 2 or 3. A week ago. I'm gonna sit up here for a while. This is a really, really cool lake. I'm having a lot of fun just paddling over to the other campsite, spending a lot of time. Super happy I decided to take a day over here. We got a fight on our hands. Oh, your lunch, bud. Your lunch. Lunch. Bam. You guys gotta check this out. There's our put in or take out. Look at my view. Right? Amazing view. All direct, well, both ways down the lake actually. Really high up. And it just keeps going. There is not a great spot for me to hang my hammock. There is plenty of flat tent spaces. There's barely any firewood. And there's no real good spots for the hammock, but I can work around both those things. And like, look at this, even back in here. This would be a sick spot for the kid. Man, she would freaking love exploring back in here. Look at all these boulders and big rock wall and everything. Just keeps going. This reminds me more of like Superior County. But anyways, plenty of stuff to just explore around here. I think I'm gonna get things situated, figure out what I need to do first. I'm hungry, but I don't want to get caught in the rain either, and I need firewood and everything, so I'm gonna figure it all out and I'll get back with you. There. With my firewood sorted and a place to hang my hammock now. Bonus. This wood is absolutely bone dry. So it will be fuel for me, and whatever I don't use, I'll be sure to cut up and store somewhere for the next person. Because I have been fortunate enough on many camps to be the recipient of such wood. That's always a bonus. That looks good to me. Wow, some pike. Some pike for the first time on this trip. Remember on my 10-day when I only ate pike for 10 days straight? Swore I would never do that again. Alright, well, I'm gonna eat this pike up. Pick up the rest of my stuff, so if it does rain, it's not all just out. Cut some firewood. Possibly go for a dip. And then maybe a nap. And read some of my book. I'm loving hanging out. I'm loving hanging out. Totally different than other trips. I got up around 5:30 and I went to bed last night. I woke up at 10 p.m. That's how early I went to bed, and then I went back to bed until about 5. So I got out of bed at 5:30 in the morning, and it's before 6. It's still a few minutes before 6. I'm on the water. Red sky in the morning. Sailor take warning, eh, Kyle? So just a little early start in case the weather does turn bad. I can make it out today. I don't have any desire to sit through another storm. If it's nice weather, man, maybe I'll stay. I don't know. We'll see how far I get. The wind is blowing against me, so that's another reason that I wanted to start early. But I'm pretty close to the end. I can stay another night if I need to, but I would prefer to leave today. I have a long drive home, and I have a lot of big trips planned. And I don't have that much time home with the family in between the trips. I think my next trip is in a week from when I get home. So anyways, great trip here. Accomplished everything I wanted to. Caribou was the main thing. This lake was another big thing. The blue walleye was the icing on the cake. The moose, the great fishing, the cabins. So, happy Joe. Happy boy. We're gonna spend our next day or day and a half paddling against the wind, I'm sure, to get on out of here. It's weird, man. The normal wind comes from the north-northwest, and this is a straight southerly wind right now, and it has been for the past, well, 2 out of 3 days. I'm all the way down the lake. This isn't anything that I've showed you already. This is all new. Just keeps going. The whole shoreline on both sides of the lake. It just varies on the heights of the rock. Just sheer flat faces, it's amazing. I really have never seen anything quite like this. Just keeps going. This one's got an overhanging shelf. Got a fish on. Decent walleye. Decent blue walleye in the morning, yes sir. The lake that keeps on giving. There he goes, bye. I am so glad I pulled over here. This is like way down the way. Look at that, that's a cool one. The first thing I think of when I see it is Thunderbird, but I don't know. Or maybe a goose? I want to do a lot more reading on history and that type of time. Super interesting. I find it super interesting. The book I'm reading while I'm out here is these guys doing reenacting a trip that was a popular trade route on the Churchill River for the Hudson's Bay Company and everyone. Courrier de Bois. Other words that make me sound like I know things. I can hear the roar of the river coming up, so that means the portage must be soon. It's a 9-person canoe. That one is marked on my map.
Pretty steep, this one. It's marked very hard, steep on my map, and I will not argue with you, Bruce. This one is indeed steep and hard. It reminds me more of a Lake Superior Provincial Park trail than a Wabakimi trail. Big gorge down there. Can't really see much because of the trees. We're up on a ridge here. Sun is shining. Living's easy. Woo! Living will be easy once this rocky portage is over. All right, we're climbing. Vertical kind of grill. 57 Coupe de Ville. Woo! Hokey smoky. As my good buddy Doug would say. Okay. Gotta go down now. Down is easier than up, that's for sure. I don't know if you can see it, but the water is way down there. Pick your footing carefully, my son. Young Joseph, as my good buddy Doug would say. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I can see the water, boys and girls. Okay. Woo, buddy! As my good buddy Kyle would say. I'm missing my friends, can you tell? Oh, almost lost it at the last minute. Woo! As my good buddy Goofy would say. Ugh. As Joe would say.
Are you kidding me? What is going on with this weather, man? Just give me a sunny day. Give me a sunny day, bro. Those clouds are cruising. Say goodbye to this lake. And check it out, a moose came through not long ago at all, judging by how fresh these tracks are. Not very big, as moose go. Same way I'm going. Man, it all really depends on the weather, I believe, on whether or not I stay. If it's gonna be a nice day. When it was sunny and stuff, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll stay. I just don't desire to stay another day in the wind and cold. Okay, portage. Big beaver lodge on the right. Big beaver lodge. Wow. Damn, we got a pretty crazy crosswind here. It's throwing me all over the place. This is all headwind now. I gotta cut it at a 45 because this is absolutely crazy. This is not what I was hoping for. I think there's a little camp here. We gotta take shelter. I can't paddle against that no matter what. Like, it's spinning me. I'm freaking shot, man. That was so much work. I just, like, I only did 1/16 of the lake. I cannot paddle down there. I can't. Let's go up here and check this out. It says it's a world-class big group campsite on my map. Oh, I'm just tucked in a little bay here in the lee side of the cove output. Rocky outcrop. There you go. I'm in the cove. In the cove, bro. Pretty calm over in there. Oh, holy smokes, man. Watch when we get up here. And then continue that general direction for a couple more lakes. It ain't happening. Maybe later on today, but certainly not right now. That's crazy, man. Crazy. So many very windy days in a row. Well, at least this site is huge and I can spread out and get comfortable. Very, very big site. Pretty nice. Yeah, I'll tuck myself back in here away from the wind and guess to read some more of my book and journal some more. I'm almost done the book. It'll give me a chance to finish it, so that's good. I don't hate it. I'm not upset that I'm staying here, but if I was going to stay another night, I did have a plan on where I wanted to stay, near some rapids with some walleyes, but that's okay. Everything's okay. This inReach is coming in handy. Right now, for 10 a.m., south-southwest, 9 miles an hour, gusting to 21. I wish I wouldn't have got up so early this morning and tried to make it out. I should have looked at this first off. Oh well, that's okay. I planned extra days because I knew that this is the type of area that I could get winded. Paddling a solo boat is just how it is. So I allotted 10 to 15 days, and tomorrow will be day 12. I'm cool with that because that's all I can do. But it's a nice site, got a good view, and yeah, things could be much worse. Actually, I think it says rain too. Change of plans. It seems like the wind has died a little bit, so I want to make my move. I want to try to get to that other campsite. It's at the end of this lake, and then a little river, and then another small lake, and then I'm there. And if I make it there, that will have been my goal. Okay, I'm glad I did this. It's not easy paddling, but it's not as hard as it was back there. That's for sure, at the end of the lake. That makes sense. So I'm almost about a quarter of the way down. And then once I'm off this lake, it's in some little creeks and rivers, so it shouldn't be too windy. Judging by the weather in this little creek here, you wouldn't have a clue that it was windy out on the lakes. Wouldn't have a clue. The trees aren't even moving or anything. But I guarantee when I get out onto the next lake, it's going to be a pain in the butt to paddle. Yep, I was right. This is getting difficult. Getting difficult. I gotta stop when I get to that camp and make myself a supper. It's only lunchtime, but I've run out of lunch and I am so very hungry. Pretty rough. I'm trying to get behind this island here. just to get some protection for a minute, take a break.
I took everything out of me. It's around here somewhere. I just gotta find it now. I'm stuck in this little bay. I can't paddle against the wind anymore. Well, we're at number 11, camp number 11, I believe. Lots of blowdown back in there. I had to set my hammock up right here. Decent site. Somebody left all the gear here though. Wind's calmed down quite a bit for now. I'm beat. I think it was paddling against the wind like that, did it? But I'm going to eat my chili. I'm going to pack everything away in case it rains. Then I'm going to stash it all here, put up my tarp. Maybe this will just pass and I'll go be able to fish. I do believe it stopped raining. I just heard a tree fall not far off. I'm not in the best situation here, but I have really nowhere else to go. Like, those trees are where they are, and it's somewhat okay, because above it's not too bad. There's a leaner there, but I'm not going in back in there where the frickin' trees have all fallen from the wind. That would not make any sense, right? Like, look at it. Look at over there. That's right above my tent, or my hammock, I mean. Someone asked me, what are you scared of in the woods? It's having one of these things topple on top of me when I'm sleeping. That's my biggest fear, that and hypothermia. Oh man. You hear that? There's another tree coming down. 2 trees I heard come down now. Trees do make noise if they fall. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I can't stay here. It's well past 6. As you can see, it's still a little bit windy, but it's died down for the most part here. At least I'm not too concerned now about the trees. It's been a lazy day. I slept. I finished my book, amazing book. I'm gonna get more. Sig Olson, can't recommend them enough. This was The Lonely Land. I'm probably gonna get The Singing Wilderness next. Really liked it. Absolutely a must on a solo canoe trip for me, is a book. When I'm with someone, not that big a deal. Listen to this. Wabakimi Wilderness Park, many times bigger than Quetico, the Boundary Waters, or Algonquin. Wabakimi receives less than 1,000 paddlers per year. It is tricky to access, and this map is handy and preliminary planning tool. Those figures. It says the largest canoeing reserve in the world. I had a really good time. I'm just sitting here reflecting. I'm looking at my map, thinking about what trip I want to do next. I know I'll come back for sure. I had some challenges, had lots of rewards, all kinds of weather. Wind dictates everything here. I knew that. I knew that coming in. That's why I had extra days. Like I said, I allotted 10 to 15. I'm totally cool with 12. This is the longest trip I've ever done. I messaged Bruce, the outfitter, on my inReach and told him to be at the rendezvous for 12. So they're gonna drive, pick me up. So I've got to get up and put some distance down a little bit tomorrow to get there in time. I don't want to make them wait. This is what I love to do. Canoe tripping. It's my favorite thing ever. Other than being a dad. Which I'm starting to miss those girls. Me and my wife. It's time to go. It's time to go home. Next year I'll do another solo. A big one. Bigger than this. For the rest of the trips this year, I'd love to
have people with me for big canoe trips. I have a few planned, and I have some people I've been talking to, so hopefully that all works out. I know the next one, Buddy Mike, is going to be on with me, so that's awesome. Always a good time, Mike. Real chill dude. He can portage with the best of them, and doesn't complain. Actually, a really good tripping partner. Oh, Mike. Wabakimi is a cool place for solitude, for wilderness tripping and stuff, but like, if you don't want to do a lot of portages or big portages, this is a great place for you. I came this way on purpose, and I knew these portages were here, and Bruce actually tried to talk me out of it, but like, it's okay. I'm happy about it. But the route he had me taking, like, was just like the first couple days. Like, I had portages, but they're like 70 meters, 150 meters, things like that. Like, they were not a big deal. That's a good bonus for here. I'm actually out of the park now. I'm not in Wabakimi anymore. I'm on Crown Land, and I have after I got off a couple lakes back. And I hadn't seen this the whole trip. There's a grill. I had to get a fire going, the bugs, but also I don't want to go lay in the hammock yet. It's my last night. I'd like to see the sun go down and if there's any kind of color in the sky or whatnot. So we'll sit here for a while. I'd love to be on the lake, but it's just not going to happen. It's too windy. I keep hearing thunder. Look at that mess in there. This is a wind tunnel. Something's happening. Feels electric in the air. I think something's about to happen. Here comes the rain. I'm gonna lay here, probably fall asleep, guys. If it starts storming or something pretty good, I'll be sure to show you, but other than that, this is my last night here. Good night. I survived. It's 6 a.m. and today is day 12. So we're gonna get packed up and make about a 6-hour journey to the car. Trying to soak it all in before I leave. I have a big portage. I have a 1,500 meter portage, the biggest one of the trip for the last one. It's okay. I have barely any food left. I have, I think, 3 suppers left and about 3 breakfasts. And a bunch of bars, a bunch of Cliff bars and stuff. I ate enough fish. Happy with the amount of fish I ate. Could have brought a little bit less suppers because of it, but you know me. As soon as I rely on fish, it's not happening. I wonder if I could do a month. Bring a couple books. Do a food drop. Have Bruce do a food drop halfway through on his plane. He already told me he could do that. Anyways, gonna eat up, pack up, and get on the water.
What a gorgeous morning. No wind, sun is up. Super glad I stayed to experience this.
Check it out, I got to the end of the lake before my next portage. There's a plane. There's an old bush plane. So it is on my map. I just looked. It says Beach 18 Wreck. Ask Bruce. Beach 18. Beach, B-E-E-C-H. Not beach like a sandy beach. Beach like the tree. Beach 18 wreck. Ask old Brucey. Let's go check it out. Oh, that wind is back. Where have you been, old friend? I've been missing your sting. Your progress slowing sting.
Yeah, just like people got to carve their names into everything. Tony was here. Tony was here. W-U-Z. Huh. Barbie. Brian 03. Wow. Was the wings? Man, tiny. Oh, fuse box. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Lots of history here. Cabins and wrecks. Okay. Well, good to know Tony was here. And Brian in 03. Don't want to forget Barbie. We have a class 1 rapid that says portage or line. And then I have a runnable rapid, first of the trip. Then I have that big 1500 meter portage. And then a paddle through a lake, and then a paddle through a river, and I'm done. At my pickup spot. Nice. Nice. With the quickness.
It's a little thick on this portage. I'm soaked to the bone. It's extremely thick in here. Like, getting the canoe is going to be such a hassle, getting the canoe through here. Okay, I'm soaked. That was a lot. It looks like I dunked in the water, so my camera's completely soaked. I gotta go back for my gear now, or my canoe now.
Here's the bad spot. This is thick. Thick, thick, thick. Oh man. Oh. I'm not a claustrophobic person, but holy smokes. It's done. It's done. Oh, oh, oh. I thought I was done with the portaging. I have a 450 left at the very end. I have to paddle across this lake into a river, and then I'm done. I feel really good. I'm really, really, really happy that the trip went the way it did. Went off without any major snafus. Old snafus. The old real testament for Joe, you know what I mean? If you can get through a big old trip without anything catastrophic happening.
pretty good time, really good time. And this paddle out is the icing on the cake. This is a beauty day. Winnie the Pooh clouds everywhere. Some contours on the lake. The wind is at my back. Sun is shining. I have a small paddle and then a small portage, and I'll be picked up by Mr. Bruce from Wabakimi Outfitters. If any of you are thinking about doing a solo trip, I highly recommend it. It's good for you, period. It's good for your head, good for your body, good for your soul. It's good to spend some time out in the elements. It makes you appreciate being able to turn on a light switch, and a bed is always nice at the end, and a faucet. Turn on the tap and there's your water. It makes you appreciate all that stuff you take for granted every single day. Stuff I take for granted every single day. I got in touch with myself. I was able to read some more book. It's good to read, man. Sharpens your mind a little bit. And God knows I can use that. We're on the last stretch. What a nice little part of the river it is. Clear water. Vibrant greens. I see a truck. I'm not sure if this is my ride or what, but I thought I had another portage to do. But I'm glad if I don't, and I'll be excited if it's my ride. I think it's them. They have canoe racks. There's a canoe rack. That's a good sign. This might be it, folks. I think I'm done. Oh, Bruce taking a nap. All right, I'm gonna finish this up back at the lodge. We got to load up and everything, but good to see you, sir.
Hi.
Hello. All right, I'll finish this up at the lodge. Nice room after 12 days in the bush. I got Mr. Bruce making me up some grilled cheese.